Class 8 Masterly Academy, and today I am going to give seminar on the topic data handling. So first let's know what is data. Data is referred to as a collection of information gathered by observations, researches, measurements or analysis. Data can be any simple information or any fact. Data can be organized in the form of graphs, charts, tables for our ease in our study. So now examples of data. Marks scored by a student in a class test can be an example of data. Goals scored by a football player in a football tournament is also an example for data. Number of runs scored by a cricket player in the last 10 matches or 20 matches is also an example of data. So now, graphical representation of data. Sometimes data is represented graphically to give a clear idea of what it represents. Data can be graphically represented in the form of pictographs, bar charts, pie charts, etc. So first, let's know what is pictograph. Pictograph is a pictorial representation of data using pictures or small symbols. We can represent the frequency of data by using symbols or images that are relevant to using a pictograph. Pictographs are one of the most simplest ways of representing data. Now, this is an example of a pictograph. In this pictograph, in the class, the number of students who are coming in a specific mode of transport is represented. This is the key, which means that it is written that one smiley face represents 3 children. So this one smiley face represents 3 children. For example, car 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 smiley faces, which means there are 4 into 3, 12 children. Now let's come into questions. How many students come to school by walk? So in walking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 smiley faces and each smiley face represents 3 children. So the number of students coming by walk is 6 into 3 into 18 students. So now second question. Which mode of transport is preferred by least number of students? So there are many smiley faces and bicycle is the one with the least number of smiley faces. Only 3 are there. In the others there are 6, 4 or 7. But in the bicycle there are only 3 smiley faces. So the least preferred mode of transport by the students is bus. See, bicycle. So, how many students prefer coming in a car than coming in a bicycle? So, number of students coming in car are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 smiley faces, which means 12 students, and number of students that are coming in bicycle are 9 students. So, the number of students that prefer coming in a car than coming in a bicycle is 12 minus 9 equal to 3 students. A bar graph. Bar graph is a graphical representation of data using extended bars or lines that extend to different lines. Bar graphs can be created with vertical bars, horizontal bars, double bars, stacked bars, etc. that can be helpful for comparison of data and multiple types of information. Bar graphs are commonly used in a business and financial analysis to display often complicated data. They can convey information very quickly and effectively. So this is an example of a bar graph. These are the different years and number of apple trees grown in different years. So it's the scale 1 unit equal to 50 apple trees. One scale equal to 1 unit, and in this bar graph 1 unit represents 50 apple trees. Now let's come into the questions. How many apple trees were grown in the year 2010? In the year 2010, it is between 350 and 400, which means it is 375. 375 number of apple trees were grown in the year 2010. So now second question is, in which year most number of apple trees were grown? This longest bar graph is represented in the most number of apple trees. In the 2010, the longest bar graph is there. So most number of apple trees were grown in the year 2010. So now in which year did more number of trees grew? 2007 or 2009? In the year 2007, there were 350 apple trees, and in the year 2009 there were only 300 apple trees. So we are safe to say that in the year 2007 more number of apple trees were grown. So now we are coming to pie chart. The pie chart is a type of chart that visually represents data in a circular graph. It is one of the most commonly used graphs to represent data using the attributes of circles and spheres and angular data to represent the real world information. The shape of a pie chart is circular, where the pie represents the whole data and slice of the pie represents the parts of the data and records it. So this is an example of pie chart. There is 36 degree, 108 degrees, 72 degrees, 72 degree and 72 degree. The total number of degrees angles in the pie chart is 360 degree since it is a circle. So mango, this blue color represents the mango, orange color represents orange, and yellow color represents plum, violet color represents pineapple, and pink color represents melon here. So we are coming to questions. How many students like melon? So in a pie chart, if we want to figure out how many data using the angles, then we have to use their formula, which means that central angle divided by 360. For example, in melon it is 72 degree. So it is 72 by 360. And for example, let total number of fruits equal to or students equal to 40. Then it would be 72 by 360 into 40. Equal to 72 by 90 equal to 8. Favorite fruit of 8 students equal to melon. Same, it is 72 degree for orange and pineapple. So 8 students. So in the plum it is 36 degrees. So it is 72 degree by 2, which means 8 by 2, 4 students. And 108 degree. 36 degrees into 3 degrees equal to 12 students. So this is the pie chart. And the question is, how many students like melon as their favorite food? It is 8 students. So which fruit is the most favorite fruit in the class? Mango in the blue color. This blue color represents mango. This mango covers most of the pie chart, so it is the most favorite fruit or most number of students like mango. So which fruit is the least favorite fruit in the class? Plum. Plum only covers the small amount of angles in the pie chart. So we can say that only a few number of students like plum. So plum is the least favorite fruit in the class. So now we are coming to another topic, probability. Probability of an event. The probability of an event is a number that indicates how likely the event is to occur. It is expressed in the range from 0 and 1 or using percentages 0% to 100%. The more likely that the event will occur, the higher the probability. The probability of an impossible event or an event that cannot happen is 0 or 0 degrees, and the probability of an event that is certain to occur is 1 or 100 percentages. Now, example, while rolling a dice, it is very sure that we will get a number from 1 to 6. The probability of getting a number from 1 to 6 while rolling a dice is 100% because we will either get numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So now another example is when we are tossing a coin, we are sure that we will get either heads or tails. So the probability of getting heads or tails is 50%. So for heads it is 50% or 1 by 2, or for tails also it is 50% or 1 by 2. So now I am ending my seminar. Please like and share and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.